Hello and welcome back to English Narrator. Today, we're diving into the power of mindset and how it shapes your English learning journey.
Many people are unaware of their own mindset, yet everyone possesses one. It's shaped by your experiences, your education, the messages you've received from others, and the internal dialogue you have with yourself. Some individuals believe they are intelligent or naturally gifted, while others feel inadequate. These underlying beliefs profoundly impact the actions we take each day. There are two primary categories of mindsets: the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Let's first examine the fixed mindset. If someone operates with a fixed mindset, they believe that their intelligence, talents, and abilities are inherent traits they are born with. They perceive these qualities as unchangeable. For instance, they might think, "I'm just not good at English," or "I can't speak in public," and they accept this as an immutable fact. Consequently, they tend to avoid challenges, fear making mistakes, and give up easily when faced with failure, interpreting it as confirmation of their inherent limitations. Now, let's turn our attention to the growth mindset. This is the mindset that truly holds the power to transform your life. If you embrace a growth mindset, you believe that you can develop and improve through dedication and effort. You don't see your current skills as limitations, but rather as a starting point for growth. Someone with a growth mindset might say, "I can't speak English well yet, but I can learn," or "This is difficult, but I will persevere." They don't shy away from problems. Instead, they confront them. They view mistakes not as failures, but as valuable opportunities for learning and development. Here's a fascinating point. The concept of a growth mindset isn't just motivational rhetoric. It's supported by scientific evidence. The renowned psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck conducted extensive research over many years and discovered that the mindset we adopt significantly influences every aspect of our lives: our academic achievements, our relationships, our professional success, and yes, even our ability to learn a new language like English. Her studies demonstrated that individuals who believe in their capacity for improvement actually do improve because they persevere, seek assistance, and have faith in their potential for growth. You see, the brain is akin to a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. When you acquire new knowledge, your brain forms new neural connections, a phenomenon known as neuroplasticity. This scientific principle underscores that you are not confined by the abilities you were born with. You have the capacity to train your brain, cultivate new habits, and evolve into someone who doesn't succumb to setbacks. So, take a moment to reflect. Which mindset resonates more with you? Do you tend to avoid speaking English due to a fear of making errors? Or do you approach it with the attitude, "I will learn from my mistakes and continuously improve"? This seemingly small difference in thinking can yield significant differences in your outcomes. Remember, it's perfectly normal to feel apprehensive, slow, or uncertain at the beginning of any learning journey. Everyone starts somewhere. What truly matters is your belief in your potential for growth. If you believe you can improve, if you value your effort, and if you maintain curiosity and a commitment to learning, then you are already on the path to success. That is the power of the growth mindset, and it's accessible to everyone, including you. Let's now delve deeper into the mindset that truly changes lives. The growth mindset. It's one of the most impactful concepts you can grasp, not only for your English learning journey but for your life as a whole. This mindset isn't merely a matter of opinion or a theoretical idea. It's grounded in rigorous research and has empowered countless individuals worldwide to achieve goals they once deemed unattainable. The growth mindset gained prominence through the work of the esteemed psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck, who dedicated years to studying how people think and learn. Through her research, she made a profound discovery. The way individuals perceive their abilities, whether they believe these abilities are fixed or malleable, can fundamentally alter their success in academics, career, relationships, and personal growth. In her studies, she observed that students who believed they could improve, even after experiencing setbacks, ultimately performed better in the long run. They exhibited greater motivation, sharper focus, and a stronger willingness to try again after making mistakes. So, what precisely is this growth mindset and why does it hold such significance? A growth mindset signifies the belief that your abilities are not static. You believe that through time and effort, you can grow, improve, and acquire new skills. You understand that failure isn't a finality, but rather an integral part of the learning process. When individuals with a growth mindset encounter challenges, they don't retreat or surrender. Instead, they ask themselves, what can I learn from this? Or, how can I approach this more effectively next time? Consider the most successful people you know or have heard of. Perhaps a prominent business leader, a top athlete, a compelling speaker, or even someone in your personal life who inspires you. What common thread unites them all? It's not solely their talent or luck. It's their mindset. They believe in growth, they value learning, and most importantly, they believe in themselves, and not in an arrogant way, but in a way that propels them to take action and continuously improve. Successful individuals understand that growth is a gradual process. They don't expect instant perfection. When they encounter obstacles, they view them as opportunities for development. When things don't unfold as planned, they don't internalize it as a personal inadequacy. I'm not good enough. Instead, they think, okay, let's explore a different approach. They remain committed to learning, they persist in practicing, and step by step, they move forward. This is what distinguishes them. For example, in the context of learning English, someone with a fixed mindset might resign themselves by saying, I'm just not good at languages. I'll never speak fluently. In contrast, a person with a growth mindset will say, I don't speak fluently yet, but I'm learning, I'm improving, I can do this. This subtle shift in thinking creates a monumental difference. It alters their approach to studying, speaking, listening, and even their self-perception. With this mindset, they are far more likely to succeed because they don't give up when the journey becomes challenging. This is the profound power of the growth mindset. It instills hope, builds confidence, and reminds you that your current circumstances are not your final destination. You have the capacity to change, to learn, and to become the person you aspire to be if you commit to continuous growth. So, as you navigate your English learning journey or pursue any dream in your life, remember this. Your success isn't determined by where you begin. It's determined by how you think, how you learn, and how you respond when things don't go according to plan. The growth mindset is the secret weapon of successful individuals, and the best part is, it's not an innate trait. It's a choice you can make, starting today. Let's now discuss the fundamental beliefs that make the growth mindset so potent. These are the thoughts and ideas that individuals with a growth mindset carry with them daily. These beliefs aren't magical. They are straightforward and can become part of your own thinking. When you truly understand and embrace them, you begin to transform how you perceive learning, failure, and even yourself. Firstly, individuals with a growth mindset genuinely believe that they can learn anything they set their minds to, provided they invest the necessary effort. Their starting point or initial mistakes don't deter them. They understand that learning isn't about inherent intelligence, but about consistent practice, hard work, and maintaining curiosity. If your goal is to speak English fluently, you don't need to be a linguistic prodigy. You simply need to commit to learning a little each day. With consistent effort and time, your brain adapts, and you begin to improve. This isn't mere speculation. It's a scientifically supported fact that your brain strengthens as you continuously practice and acquire new skills. Another strong conviction held by those with a growth mindset is that mistakes are invaluable for growth. Most of us harbor a fear of making mistakes, particularly when speaking in English or venturing into new territories of learning. However, mistakes shouldn't be a source of shame. In fact, they are an integral component of the learning process. Every time you make an error, you gain an opportunity to learn something new. Think of mistakes as your personal tutors, highlighting areas for improvement. If you approach them as learning opportunities rather than something to be avoided, you inevitably become better and more knowledgeable. So, the next time you mispronounce a word in English or find yourself confused, don't be discouraged. Instead, tell yourself, "Excellent, I've just identified a new area to focus on." People with a growth mindset also recognize that challenges are catalysts for growth. When faced with something difficult, they don't shy away or declare, "I can't do it." Instead, they view it as an avenue for personal development. They understand that confronting and persevering through difficult tasks builds resilience and capability. Consider going to the gym. If you consistently lift only light weights, your muscles won't develop significantly. However, if you challenge yourself with heavier weights, even if it's initially tough, you'll gradually become stronger. The same principle applies to your brain. Tackling a challenging English concept might feel uncomfortable, but it strengthens your mental fortitude and boosts your confidence. Another crucial belief is that feedback is a powerful tool for improvement. Sometimes, receiving constructive criticism can feel disheartening. However, feedback isn't negative. It's a gift. When someone offers you advice or corrects your mistakes, they are providing you with an opportunity to grow. This is how teachers, friends, and even comments on platforms like YouTube can be incredibly beneficial if you listen with an open mind. Individuals with a growth mindset don't take feedback personally. They listen attentively, learn from it, and apply it to their future attempts. This is how they consistently progress. Finally, one of the most empowering beliefs is, "I am not born smart. I become smart through learning." Many people mistakenly believe that intelligence is a fixed trait, something you either possess or lack. However, this isn't accurate. Being knowledgeable isn't an inherent gift. It's a result of effort, consistent practice, and unwavering perseverance. Every successful person started as a novice. They weren't born with expertise. They developed it through dedicated work, step by step. The same potential resides within you. When you internalize these ideas, when you tell yourself, I can learn with effort, mistakes help me grow, challenges make me stronger, feedback guides me, and I become smart through learning, you unlock your true potential. These beliefs aren't just empty words. They are habits of thinking. The more you practice them, the more deeply ingrained they become in your identity. So, take a moment to consider, do you currently hold these beliefs? If not, there's no need for concern. You can begin cultivating them today. With each small step you take, you are building the mindset that will pave the way for your success, not only in English but in all aspects of your life. Now that you have a solid understanding of the growth mindset, let's explore how it specifically aids you in learning English and, more broadly, in achieving success in life. Learning a new language isn't always a smooth journey. There will be moments of confidence and moments of discouragement. However, the truth is, your mindset profoundly influences this process. When you believe that you can improve through dedicated effort, you tend to learn more effectively, enjoy the process more, and feel less intimidated by making mistakes. One significant hurdle many English learners face is the fear of speaking. They worry about grammatical accuracy, pronunciation, or simply saying something incorrectly. But here's a crucial insight. Perfection isn't the prerequisite. Practice is. Nobody speaks flawlessly from the outset, not even native speakers. What truly matters is showing up, putting in your best effort, and extracting lessons from every mistake you make. This is where the growth mindset becomes your most valuable ally. It reminds you that each mistake is a step forward, not a setback. Consider a child learning to walk. They don't master it in a single day. They stumble, they fall, and then they get back up and try again. They don't conclude, I failed. I'll never walk. Instead, they persist. Learning English is analogous. You might forget a word, mispronounce something, or feel self-conscious. But if you persevere, if you keep practicing, you will improve incrementally day by day. A student with a fixed mindset might think, I'm just not good at speaking English, so I'll never be fluent. But a student with a growth mindset will say, I'm not fluent yet, but I'm improving with each passing day. This subtle shift in perspective unlocks the door to success. Instead of feeling stuck, you feel motivated. Instead of giving up, you keep moving forward. This mindset isn't limited to language learning. It extends to all facets of life, finding a job, building relationships, shaping your future. Life is replete with challenges, and your approach to these challenges, your mindset, dictates your journey. When you believe in your capacity for growth, you empower yourself to bounce back from adversity, try new approaches, and achieve goals you once considered beyond your reach. So, as you continue your English learning journey, remember this. Don't strive for immediate perfection. Aim for consistent progress. Be kind and patient with yourself. Approach practice with enthusiasm, and genuinely believe in your ability to grow, learn, and succeed, because you absolutely can. So, my friend, let's take a moment to quickly recap what we've discussed today. We've explored one of the most powerful tools for personal transformation, your mindset, specifically the growth mindset. This is the way of thinking that empowers successful individuals to persevere, learn continuously, and achieve their goals, even when faced with difficulties. It's not about inherent talent or luck. It's about the conviction that you can develop, learn, and improve through dedicated effort, time, and a positive attitude. We've learned that your brain is like a muscle that strengthens with use. We've discussed how mistakes are not failures, but rather integral parts of the learning process. We've seen how challenges are not insurmountable obstacles, but stepping stones to growth. And we've understood that feedback, even when initially uncomfortable, is a valuable resource for accelerating our development. Most importantly, we've connected this mindset to your English learning journey. You don't need to be perfect from the start. You don't need to compare yourself to others. You simply need to keep moving forward little by little. Speak a bit more each day, listen attentively, read consistently, write regularly, and learn incrementally. With a growth mindset as your foundation, your English proficiency will improve, your confidence will flourish, and your life will begin to transform. Now, I want to ask you something sincerely. Are you ready to believe in yourself? Are you ready to let go of the fear of failure and embark on a journey of continuous growth towards the person you aspire to become? If your answer is yes, then make this promise to yourself. Starting today, you will speak kindly to yourself, you will be patient with your progress, and you will never cease learning. This is the mindset of champions, and it's a mindset that you too can cultivate. If this message has resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What aspects of a growth mindset are you committed to building? What are you currently working on in your English learning? Let's learn and grow together as a community. And if you haven't already, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the bell icon so you don't miss our next helpful video. Your support means a great deal and helps us reach more individuals who are eager to learn English and improve their lives. Thank you for being here, for your dedication to growth, and for your commitment to learning. Always remember, your future is in your hands, and it begins with your mindset. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.